I'll aim this a little bit down for Brenda. We'll start with the first deck that I picked. We'll see what's going on for Brenda's mind. I'm getting something about a clunky run. Something about a clunky run is coming through, like you're trying to do, it's giving me basketball court. Like you're trying to run back and forth up and down this basketball court, but feeling clunky at it. What's up with that? What's up with that? Why am I getting that? I'm not sure. The effort is important. The effort's important to make, even if it does feel clunky. Don't know what that's about. Continue. Making the effort is hugely important for you. Okay. I want one in the center here, and then we'll take a look at what's going on. I think I need to shift this so you can see it more. Okay. All right. Let's go like this. Hopefully you can see that a little bit more. We get the Hawk Prince coming on top, and it talks about spirit communication and paying close attention to what's going on. These ones coming in say, have faith, be authentic, and simple acts of kindness. This is trust your faith in the situation. It feels like trying to run, even though somebody has sprained their ankle and it's healed up, they're still a little bit nervous, like you're a little bit tender-footed about what you want to do, something that you want to try. You're holding back a little bit when you should be allowing yourself to run a little harder, run the full court press a little bit more. So really, it's asking you to trust to do this. Be real and true in who you are and how you feel. Let yourself do this. It's important. And then the simple acts of kindness energize you and bring happiness to those around you. You're going to have more support than you realize once you start doing this. It's like once you start running the court, you're getting comfortable. What are you doing? I just see this running the court, and I see like running the court in white sweatpants for some reason. I don't know why. And it feels like you're nervous that everybody's going to watch and see all your mistakes or see all your flaws, but they're not watching. They're thrilled to see you on the court again. It's showing me that somebody is very thrilled, cheering you on, that you're not seeing. Thrilled to see you participating again. Thrilled to see you showing up. Have faith, be authentic, and simple acts of kindness. Showing up for yourself is also showing up for others in a way that you don't even realize. Going forward here. I want to read down this way. I'm going to flip these so I can see them. Let me flip these down. I flipped them so I can see them. I'll flip them again for you so you can see them. 1 second. We've got the Magician's Sword, confidence in your magic, and then gestation period. The healing period is about done. It's like this healing time for you has started to finish up. You have learned some major lesson. You got to pursue the ambition here. The gift that you have is already there. It's like, even if you were running on an ankle that had just healed up, if you were great at basketball, you would still know how to claim the shot. You'd still know how to shoot your shot and get it in there. You're still going to obtain the goal. Whatever that's about, even if you've been feeling like, I don't know why I'm getting so much sports analogy. It's ridiculous. But even if you feel like you've been benched for a while, it feels like you can still run the court, shoot your shot, and obtain your goal. It's important for you to know. You haven't lost your gift. You haven't lost your talent just because you've been benched. You've been out for a while is what it feels like. If this pertains to life and relationships or something that you've been doing and then stepped back from, it's okay to step back into it is what I'm getting for you. I don't know what that's about, but that's what's coming through very, very strongly. Tidy House is bringing organization and clarity to you, and then Galactic Mushroom, Divine Matrix. This is which part do you want to play? You get your stuff organized, you get your things in order, but you have to be authentically you. Which part do you want to play? The 2.0. Excuse me. The 2.0 is the version of you that is now in existence, is not the version that you were 6 months ago. It's impossible for any of us to stay the same. The version of you that is in the now is hugely important. That's the version of you that you need to bring to the court. It's huge. Yeah, getting your ducks in a row, getting things in order. This one sometimes makes me think of the 8 of Wands. It makes me think, okay, little by little, setting things in order. It's not just about dusting and vacuuming and having the tidy house. It's also knowing what it is you want to do, knowing the doable steps, doable action steps that you can take to move forward. This is important. Something is meeting you in the middle on this, and I'm not sure what this is. The Hawk Prince was in here before. What's going on with this? Yeah, there's something that's going on here. When I see the Hawk Prince and I see this and I get so much trees here, I get trees here, I get trees here. It's like you don't understand that your roots are strong enough to withstand expansion. So if you're thinking tree metaphor, right? If this is the branches, here's the roots down here. The wind blows, it's strong enough to hold the tree up. It's strong enough to hold the tree up, and the branches have to extend, they have to expand. This is huge for you. Falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy, and first breath beginner's mind. You're starting again at something. It's like you've put something on a shelf and been avoiding it, and now you're ready to start again. Again is the time. You're going to breathe new life into it by bringing this version of yourself forward, and this is huge for you. Simple act of kindness. This is where you start. And you start by doing the simple acts of kindness for yourself with the self-love, self-care. And then you move forward and do a little bit more for others. What else do you need to know? Okay. Deep, quiet meditation and stillness. This isn't just putting on some music, doing yoga, stretching, and calling it a day. No, you're going to have to look at a little bit of the shadow before you move forward, and this is huge for you. This is really huge for you. This is where you're going to get beginner's mind again. Go back to the beginning. It's like if you're trying to relearn something, try explaining it on the page. Yeah. Try explaining it on the page. So if you have a question about what do you need to do for your next 6 steps, try explaining it on the page in a very basic way, like you would do your own homework. Just do it simple. Okay? The Hawk Prince, paying attention for some purpose that is bigger than what you can see now. What's coming in is that this rooting, this work that you do that roots you down will help you expand, but you have to take it back to square one. I don't know what this is about, but it is like you have to take it to square one. If somebody had hurt their ankle, been put on the bench for basketball, running on a hurt ankle would only do further damage, and you have to realize that. So you're in a space where the divine timing is allowing you to take this time to heal, to do something, and then to move forward. Yeah, you need the metaphor of that analogy of the sprained ankle big. I don't know why I'm getting that so much, but that's what came through. That feels very complete. The deep quiet is what you've done and is what you're doing and how you're restoring and renewing before you go running up and down and all over creation and back again. That's what I've got. That feels very complete. Okay, let me get some water and a cough drop and we'll keep going. Next is Krista. Okay. All right. And what kind of read are we doing for Krista? You're ahead. Okay, you got it, honey. Oh my. Krista, we are going into the Shadowlands. That has been a while since we've seen that. You are welcome, Brenda. So welcome. So welcome. We're going into Shadowland for Krista for the year ahead. I only have 2 of these decks, not 3, but they are fun, and a little bit trippy in the art. They're super fun, though. Okay, Krista for the year ahead. Let's see what's going on. Okay, we're going to go shuffling the other deck, and then we're going to flip down so you can see around. But we're going to put the big ones in the middle, and we'll use the big ones for the clarifiers. Shadowlands deck. Wow. This is a crisp coming together, and it feels really nice when it comes together. Yeah, this is definitely, things are coming together in a way that it's going to feel very serendipitous. Although the year might have struggles and challenges you're going to have serendipity and coincidence and layer upon layer of, oh, yeah, that makes sense now. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. Over and over and over. Oh, yeah. The Emperor and the 7 of Pentacles. Things are coming in for the harvest for you. It's like you set something up really majorly good. You've set it up. You're ready to go. You've got it ready. And then it's crossed by the 7 of Pentacles, which is the Harvester's card. This is where you sow what you reap, and you've been sowing things for a while. Now, let's see what's going on here. I'm going to flip this down. Okay. All right, here we go. This is the center, and we're going to start in April and then work our way all the way around. And this is the little versions. And I did the little versions on this one so that you could see it as we go. All right. Who wants to kick? April, May, June. Why are we starting from the bottom? I don't know. We just are. July, August, September. You're going to be rummaging and rooting through things. Clean out your closets is what I'm telling you. Start going through and digging deep into the clutter and the junk in the closet that you've been avoiding going through. It's time to do this. I don't know why we're pulling from the bottom this whole year. You're unearthing. Aha, you found it. Treasure. Aha, yay, there's more. Oh, good, I forgot I even owned that. That's the kind of energy going on right now. That's huge for you. Okay, September, October, November, December. We're going to continue all the way around like this. January, February, March. And I don't think you've ever seen me even do that, but that's what's going on. Okay. March, April. April is the Two of Wands, making decisions and choices. Now, this is super cute. You can see the ghost there, making the plans, making the choices. The world in the hand and what's on the horizon. The horizon is meant to guide you, but the thing about the horizon is even if we were on, we were on the ship, on the sea, we would see the horizon line, but it would always be moving because we're always moving. The horizon line is meant as a goal. It's meant as a guide. It's not meant as necessarily something you attain overnight or easily. It's the journey that is the huge important thing. We've got the Two of Wands coming up here. The world in your hand is always in your hand. It's always going on and you're always moving forward. The horizon line will keep moving, but don't let that discourage you. You are growing as you go towards that. Were you to sail the oceans for years and years and years, you would have grown through those years, yet never hit the horizon line. And this is what I'm getting. Six of Pentacles. This is giving and taking and sharing. This is in May. There's something going on where you're sharing, and if you share, you get more, is what I like to say and what I think is actually true. The universe allows for expansion when you share. And this is asking you to share. And this is not saying that you need to do charitable donations and giving, although cleaning out your closets, that's fine. What I'm getting is you need to share your talents a little bit more. You need to unearth some talents, see what they are, discover them, and then share them. Ace of Pentacles in June. Yeah, there's a big gift that you need to share a little bit more of. Whoa. It feels like there will be an opportunity between you and it feels like a friend. It feels like, I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting. I'm getting two women sitting on the couch like a female friend is coming to you for advice, coming, asking, seeking. There's something about your gifts that you can share with her. You'll be able to see something that she won't. Yeah. This is something that you'll have been through some similar experience that's able to help her out in June. It feels like somebody's coming in and you need to share your wisdom at that point. Share your knowledge, share your talent, share your gift. That's what's going on here. July, Page of Swords. Now, July and August are interesting because you got the Page here and the Ace here. The Page is the one that wants to be the Knight. The Page is the one that wants the horse, doesn't have the horse, right? The Page wants to go ride faster than he can. He's seen some truth, knows some truth, hasn't quite squared up with how he moves forward with this truth. But the truth is so big it can't be denied. By August, the truth is in big. I want to see what's going on with this. We can get some clarifiers. What is this truth about that you need to know? What is this knowledge, this wisdom that is new? It's new even since June. This talent and gift, and then this truth, big. This comes through. This is the card of burden, and what the word comes through for me is overgiving. So when you share your talents, you need to be aware of what your resources are, but overgiving is something that you are likely to do, and you need to take care of yourself a little bit more and put this burden down. Delegate what you can. Work smarter. Protect your truth. Protect what is important to you. Don't waste your voice or your energy on fools that are not going to listen anyway. The pretend listeners, don't waste your voice on that. So this friend, if she listens and she hears, and whether she follows your advice or not, you've done your part. If she were to come back to you, in 2 months with the same damn problem, it's not the time to remind her of anything. It's not the time to cover old ground. Don't be overgiving. It doesn't mean don't give. You know the lesson of share, you get more. But you also need to learn discernment. Set the burden down. You can't always be the listening ear, even if you're got a good heart, a big heart. It's not your job to always be the listening ear. And sometimes people need to learn the hard way, and it feels like there's a situation that will unfold where you need to let somebody have a little bit of a harder lesson. Makes complete sense? Good, yeah. Yeah, you're going to hang. You're going to wait. You've done your willing sacrifice. You've been patient. You're shifting your perspective. Now you let them have the time to shift theirs. That's what's going on with July and August. We're going into September now. Now, September, very interesting indeed. Why? The Emperor repeats himself. I love this. Love, love, love this. You got it good. The Emperor sets up things on his own terms, sets up the rules for how he wants it to be. He's a bit of a rebel because he's not a follower. He definitely needs to lead. And he needs to have his realm and his kingdom established in a way that it serves him. This is what you're learning to do, and you're going to set up some new rules for yourself in September. Why? I don't know why. Why is she doing that? Okay, so Lucy, we often see my guide Lucy, and she's got her crown on, and she's doing her walking. And this one, she picked up the scepter, which the king or the queen would always have the royal scepter, right? It's like you're picking up a tool that's in your hand, and her scepter has like, I don't know if I'd describe it as a quartz crystal or what, but a crystal in it that light kind of beams through. There's something about this. You're picking up your own tools, using them so you can see better, so you can illuminate, shine light, much like a hermit would shine light, except for it's a tool. The rules that help you, the rules that put structure in your life, even if you might buck against them, also serve you, and you know this. So it's not the end of the world to have new rules in place. If you're the one designing the rules, setting them up, and you know their purpose and intent, that's what's going on there. And this is going to help with the harvest. Okay, October, the world. The world kicks in, and this is where you've completed a lesson. You're moving on to a new one, right? You're about to step into the Fool in just a minute. Allow yourself to review all of your successes at this time. This is where you've come so far and done so well. And now you're crossing through this portal in October that's huge. What else is going on in October? Oh, Knight of Swords. Oh, I'm so happy about this. Okay, Knight of Swords is finally here. Now, you saw where you were Page of Swords in August, right? Knight of Swords is here, ready to move forward with the message, with the truth, ready to advance forward. Sometimes this guy is reckless, but in this particular case, your truth is your truth. It's known to the bone. You're carrying it forward in a way that is beautiful and easy. You're moving through here easily. And the truth that you have is forged, is the word I'm getting. It's forged. It's like when the people put the swords in the fire to sharpen the blade, and they sharpen the steel, it's forged. It becomes hardened. It becomes fierce. It's forged. When you've been through the refiner's fire, something gets forged within you. And it feels like your integrity cannot be challenged, not even by your own self-sabotaging ways, not by anybody else. You know what you know, period, point blank. It doesn't matter. Anybody could tell you anything else, and you know what you know, and you don't doubt it, you don't question it, you're just ready. Okay, November. 10 of Cups. Love this. This is the happy ever after +1. And this is the delight that comes when you're very, very satisfied on the home front, when creativity is not only at its peak, but also in abundance. November is huge creative for you. Huge. And this has all these paint cans on it, but it's a 10 of Cups. I love this. And look at this little crab in the corner. I don't know if you can see him right there. But he's the little crab in the corner, and he's like the artist, ready to go. He's got so much creative supply he doesn't know what to do with. It's like, when Joann's was around, or when we go to the craft stores or the art supply stores, and maybe we get a gift certificate for $200 or whatever. So we splurge and we get everything we ever wanted, but we never would do. This is what's going on. You've sucked up all your creative supply, and you're ready to go, ready to go, ready to go. That's excellent. The December card is the Wheel of Fortune coming up for you. The further you dive into this creative gift and sharing these creative gifts and talent, the more it changes your path in such a good way. Again, I'm getting the layering sensation coming in. The layering sensation, and winner is coming in. Winner, winner, winner. It's like you feel like you've won the lottery. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the finances look like. It doesn't matter if your house burns down. You're still going to feel like the winner. This is something huge. When you have something about your life that is so good, you know that you won the lottery. And it's like known to the bone. Like, it's more than everybody would want to be you. You love being you. Winner. Huge in December. Okay, we got the 3 of Pentacles kicking in January. Now look at this. This is where teamwork is adding up. Benefactor comes in January. This is where teamwork adds up. Somebody's supporting, not supporting your habit, but supporting your enterprise. You have people that are supporting and beneficial around you, and teamwork is coming together really, really good in January of 26. This is huge for you. February. Ooh, the Lovers. The choices we make for soul contract. Now, this has to be investigated. I have to snoop on this. The Lovers coming in. This is a soul contract as clear as I'm sitting here. This doesn't feel like it's about another person. This doesn't feel like anything other than a soul contract that's yours and your choice. And are you ready to go ahead? Yes. Foot on the gas pedal. Yes. Yes. Ready to go. Two of Wands. Oh. That leads us back to right where we are now in April. Something that you started in April is hitting the gas now in February. So you're thinking you're driving like regular all through this year. And that's what it feels like. It feels like big time acceleration next February. Soul contract. You know how I was saying you were on looking for the horizon, looking for the horizon, looking for the horizon? Yeah. The world in the hand is now, you've gotten to pretty much where that horizon line is. February is your birthday month too. Yeah. It's going to be fabulous. And then March, you've got the Two of Pentacles and a little bit of zombie here. You've pushed hard. You've gotten through something big. They're still trying to work on balancing. What else is going on here? Queen of Pentacles. You might feel a little bit worn out by next March, but here's the Queen of Pentacles. You know your worth, you know your value, and it is plentiful. Plentiful, plentiful, plentiful. It feels like much abundance coming in by then. I don't know what it is that you're working on and doing, but this talent that comes up in June and then the Queen by next March, this is huge. It shows me you really are taking control of your kingdom throughout the year. You really, really are. And the seeds that you're planting take a little bit of time. If you were to plant a lemon tree out of a lemon seed, it would take a little while, right? But it's the only way you get the lemon tree. It might take years before it starts producing lemons. But then once it does, boom, 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 boom. And you have all this wonderful smelling lemon around you. This is what it is. Yeah. The Lemon Tree song is a song that if you listen to, it will cheer you up because it's simple. It's simplistic and funny, and it makes you smirk, but it also makes you think that when you're putting work in a thing, it's going to take a little while and it's going to be worth it. You love it so much, taking charge of your kingdom. That's exactly what you're doing. That's complete, honey. This is where you're headed to. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. That's what I've got for you. Wow. And this is the Shadowlands Tarot, and we haven't had it out in a while. It's one that I had put in with my other Halloween decks for a while, and then I got it out the other day. I'm like, it doesn't necessarily have to be Halloweenish. And I love it. So that's what I got. So that's complete, honey. You are so welcome. So welcome. All right, let me get a little water and we'll see what else is going on. Okay. Yeah, something about that lemon tree is really coming in strong. Like there's sourness even to the taste. You can see what I'm drinking. I'm not done yet. There's sourness even to the taste. I think it's for you to understand the fruit that comes through. The fruit that comes through with whatever you're doing. And the effort that you apply brings something that's magnificent for you. That's what I got. Okay, list is clear. So right now I think we'll do a collective and then see what's going on with that. I think we're going to go into the Stained Glass Tarot. Yeah, that was weird. But okay, that's what happens. All right. Yeah. And the lemon tree, when people say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, you already know this. You already come from a space and place of gratitude so often. It's beautiful. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to get more lemons because people see you do so well at selling the lemonade or creating the lemonade. It means you're going to get more abundance, more abundance, more abundance. You know what to do and how to manage with what you have. You do it in a way that's so good that the universe rewards with more. Okay. Stained Glass Tarot. Let's see what's going on. Okay, all right. Decisions are necessary right now. I've got 3 cards coming in for us. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. The talents, the gifts, the rewards, the thing that's coming forward as the big, abundant blessing. The connectedness to Earth that needs to be there, And the sharing of the talent or the offering of the talent is coming through. A gift is coming forward. Queen of Pentacles is all about knowing our worth, knowing our value, being pragmatic. She knows how to make the shepherd's pie casserole feel like it's luxury item. She knows how to make the tumbleweed to the Christmas tree. She knows how to take what skill is frugality and make something magnificent out of it. How many of us have recipes that are like our grandma's cooking that tasted so good, but it wasn't that grandma was trying to be luxurious or opulent. She was just trying to make enough, right? She was trying to make enough about, she's trying to make enough out of what she has. Like one of my grandma's recipes that was so great was after Thanksgiving, she would make egg noodle soup, like with chicken and egg noodles or turkey and egg noodle soup. And she would use everything she could. This is not just being resourceful, but making it feel luxurious. Understanding the gift that we have to transform something that we have into something that is even richer and more abundant. Now, there's a little bit of a refusal going on for the spiritual gift right now. Some people don't want to see. Some people don't want to look. They would rather pout. They would rather refuse and be like, yeah, well, this is just, no. And they don't want to see. You can't force someone to open their eyes. You can't force them to be awake. What else is going on with this? Because this is a lot of us are like, okay, we're willing to share. We're willing to do more. There's plenty to go around. And then here comes this stubborn obstinate coming in here. I'm not sure why that's there. Let's see what's going on with that. Same deck, second deck on this. Okay. The Two of Pentacles, they are feeling really, really like they don't have enough, don't have enough, don't have enough. And this is coming through with this feeling like I'm never going to have enough. There isn't enough. You know, when I say if you share, you get more, some people never get that in their life. In their whole life, they don't figure that out. They just always think there isn't enough. So they're constantly juggling, 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 and worn out and competing, and juggling, 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 juggling. If they learn, if you share, you get more, then they get the victory, and it starts going the other direction. Let me show you down here. I laid it out like this, and then it goes up here and out like this. The Six of Wands, this is a card of victory. This is huge victory and recognition. Seeing that, yes, there can be enough. This is huge. And then here, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is the Eight of Pentacles, and this is the card of work, endeavoring hard. This is where it becomes second nature because you invest in something. This is a time for investment, and I'm not talking monetary. I am talking spiritual investment of the lesson of the spiritual kind, the soul growth kind. Investing in the small things, investing in the daily grind, in the thing that serves you. So say you love your houseplants or your garden, investing in the time you take there. Say you love reading, investing in going back to a book that's from childhood, really savoring things as you read through it and enjoying it. This is what's going on. This is an investment in self, an investment in community, not an investment in money, 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 but in a deeper lesson going on. What else is going on here? When you share, you get more, yes. And when you work and do something consistently, it's bound to layer on itself. You know, they say it's like 10,000 hours of something and you get mastery over it. And this is apprenticeship and mastery. And this is where we're going. Some of us are learning and we're in this apprentice stage. But then we go to mastery. We go beyond because it does become second nature to us. Nine of Wands and the Fool. Absolutely. So we've defended something, we've held our own, we've been resilient. Then we get to go forward and do something new, take on something new. Usher in something new, the Fool. The new start, the leap of faith that's going to happen. The collective is learning how to do something that is an old lesson that we would have known. If we would have been born 400 years ago, we would have relied on our neighbors more. We'd have known to rely on our neighbors more. We would have shared with each other a little more naturally. In modern society, it's almost like we have to relearn some of these community lessons that our ancestors have had already. It feels like we need to learn to trust each other again. And you've heard me say, and I'll say it again, that we are all connected here. This sense of connection, the sense is there. It doesn't mean you trust everyone or you trust foolishly. but you trust the universe in a bigger way than you have before. That's what's coming through. That's amazing energy coming through. The Fool is here to say, okay, go ahead, have faith again, have faith again, have faith again. That's what I've got. That's complete. That is so gorgeous. I'm going to show you just a little bit of this one more time. The Queen of Coins here. The seed that's planted, the talent, the gift, and now the Fool taking the leap of faith. The Fool gathers others. Even if we want to be stubborn heads, even if we want to be, if we see somebody's been an asshole and we're like, I don't want to deal with them, that doesn't allow our spirit to grow. Sometimes we have to deal with them anyway. Sometimes we have to exercise even more compassion and more kindness. We don't always know what's going on with other people. This is asking for us to show a little more kindness, to go back to those lessons of community. And it's so hard. This is a lesson for me also, is offer kindness, even if you've got your undies in a bunch for the day. Offer kindness where you can, as often as you can, because it really does serve everyone, not just who you think you're being kind to, but it also serves your own soul to, instead of going around all cranky, go around and have a little more kindness. Unbunch the undies. Get on with your day. Love your fellow man. That's coming through huge. All right. Next up, Kristen for Blind. Let me get a cough drop and some water and we'll keep on going, okay? Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Kristen for a Blind. Wow. Okay, we are going straight to Marchetti's Divine Legacy and only that deck. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know what that's about. Give me just a second. This, wow. Okay. All right. I think this is the Legacy of the Divine or whatever. Is this all Marchetti's? I want to make sure. No. Hang on. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, this is why I ink my edges, guys. All right. Let me flip this down so I can be recording the blind for you. For Kristen. Wow. The Weaver's in the house. There is a Weaver. Weaver energy strongly, strongly here. Don't know what that's about. Okay, let's see what we got here. Going down to the cards. Okay. Hopefully you can see these. I'm going to try and shift my phone so you can see these and shift this so you can see these. Hopefully that, I don't think that will work out good. Trying to set up what's there for the YouTube later, but what I'm getting is the performance doesn't need to be continued anymore. Something about the performance is over. You've played all of your hand and done a really good job here. This is where you're now releasing something new. This dancer is needing freedom. And I didn't Sharpie these cards because they're too beautiful for me to Sharpie. The dancer is needing freedom and there's a new balance coming in. If you see, new balance coming in. We've got her opening this egg as if a gift is coming through. And I'm getting in the song, The Winner Takes It All from ABBA. There's been a victory and now you've let go of something from the past. This is, whatever this performance was, whatever this version of yourself that you had to be, you've let it go. You've opened up to something new. You're allowing it through and it's something that's really glorious to come through. The chips have to fall where they have to fall. There has been somebody that's been really, really prideful, telling you they know more than you, know better than you, wanting you to be their version, their projection of you, and it only kept you enchained. It kept you bound. It kept your wings from being able to fly. Look at this. This person with their youthful arrogance and pride, projecting this image of you that they want you to be, and you can't fly with this. You know this, so you go to something different. There's a chasm. It feels like there's a gap in time right here. What's going on here? gap is ever widening. You cannot be their version even if they want you to, even if you could pretend to be and used to be able to do that and play nice and be whatever is the appropriate version. You can only chameleon so long before you just feel like throwing up. It's just too darn much. The performance isn't something you're willing to do. You no longer will play their game. You won, you know you won, you get your authenticity out of it, you get your own version of yourself out of it. You don't play their version anymore. You are not their puppet. Look at this. This is memories of the past that are still a little bit painful for you. And here we have the thinking that's going on. This is you looking at yourself and wanting to be more than just their marionette, just more than just the one that dances for them or dances to appease others. The people-pleasing era for you is El Duno. There's a freedom that comes. There's something from the other side wanting to release. This is also giving you a sense of security, even though you would think, well, how am I going to have security now? I feel like I'm in some ways flying on my own, in some ways doing it on my own. How am I going to have security now when I'm leaving some of this other past behind that doesn't serve me anymore? But there's richness in there. There's passion that you have to honor that comes through in a stronger way. What's going on here? The truth of you revealed and the truth of what was. Now, if you look at this image I'm going to show you, I'm showing you as careful as I can. She's sitting there and she sees the man who had the image of her. She sees the monkey, all the thinking and skills that she's required. She sees down here is the serpent, the temptation to do it and adapt and bend. She's not willing to do it. And what's behind her is the unvarnished version of herself. The unvarnished, authentic version of herself. Not the performer. Not the performative one. Not the one that's walking on eggshells or walking a tightrope to appease somebody else. Whoever would have you in this space where you're having to appease them. And I'm trying to be careful with my cards here. They are dissipating, disappearing, and showing up less and less and less in your life because the real version of you is showing up more raw. All of your talents are sometimes intimidating to those around you. You don't even see the talents that you have sometimes. It's like they have been woven into your hair like the finery, and somebody tries to have you only this way. The gifts and talents, the creativity that's woven into your very cells sometimes creates where other people are jealous of what you can do with ease and you don't even know it's a gift. Again, this is why the freedom is there and you need to pursue it strongly, passionately, huge. And then here, we've got the fierce aviator and the explorer in her leathers ready to go on this ship. It feels like adventure for the creative one is finally here. You are now adorned in your own creativity and you've got your own leathers on. This is like, if a biker wears leather, they wear the leathers for the ride to help protect themselves, not just because they want to look cool, but because they don't need 15 mosquitoes hitting them all day long, right? There's something about this where you have a little bit of armor on that is self-made, self-designed. You've become a little bit tougher, a little bit stronger. Now let's see what's going through this gap here, okay? See what's going through the gap. This is all kind of right here. Hopefully you can see that well enough. All right, what's going on in the gap? I'm getting the image of a boomerang. It's like you've thrown something out there and it's returning back to you. Finally. Some of the things that you were born to do is finally lining up. Something you were born to do. Gifts that you have over here. Gifts that you have inherited and have had with you and carried since birth are now coming out in the open a little bit more. What are we seeing here? There is a little sense of sorrow that you have to let go of something. Something you've created must be let go of. Some of the emotional energy and emotional turbulence that you may have not been completely 1,000% responsible for. You still have to be accountable for the role you've played in it. Here you are, fierce and strong, just like in this image. Same kind of fierceness. The warrior girl is there. She's not trapped by the steps she's walked on the planet. She's going to move forward anyway. And the freedom coming through here. You are learning to be your own magician and to release whatever this is, to allow this to go forward. Release the relationships that have caused pain. This is big. The relationship that has caused you pain, the beliefs, or whatever it is, the relationship that has caused you pain, you need to release, step back from, allow the gap to be there, allow the space to be there. The winner takes it all, and you're the winner. And if you want to win, you have to let go, and you have to take all that is yours. All the accountability, all the responsibility, all the creativity, all of the rawness that is you, you have to take. The winner takes it all because they are not set to lose. Yeah, there is a protected time for you now to rest after you have figured this out. You will remember this in your dream space. You will remember more and more of this. You'll remember more and more of this. And you'll be like, okay, what's going on with that? What's going on with that? What's going on in the dream space? There is a difference between somebody taking something from you and you relinquishing it because you recognize you don't need it. Better to relinquish it. There's something about that where you are relinquishing it to save yourself the hassle, the trouble, the turbulence, the nonsense that somebody else brings in. There's a relinquishing, a surrender and a relinquishing, not because you have to, but because you can see the wisdom in it and you choose to. That's complete. Wow. And that's Cyril Marchetti's Divine Legacy deck. I don't know what all of that is about, but that all is happening, and it feels like the time frame that I would see that is probably about a month. Damn, Angie, if I only knew how much of that validates my last few weeks. Yeah, continue to release that, Kristen. Continue, because it's something that's supposed to be happening. Supposed to be happening. And this is Cyril Marchetti's Divine Legacy, I think is the name of this oracle. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So, yeah, that's a gorgeous, gorgeous one. But, yeah, it's time. And when you realize that even if they demanded or tried to take it, if you can relinquish and if you can allow that to be there, and surrender it by your own choice, it's a whole different way of looking at it. And it gives you a gift in return. So that's what I've got for you. All right, let me get some water. It looks like I've got maybe Paige next, but give me just 1 second for some water. You're welcome, Kristen. You're welcome. Sorry about this stupid cough drops and cough, but we're working through it. Okay, Paige. All right, love reading in a mini for Paige. And it said current partner or something else. So let me make sure that it's pulling it up here. Mini love reading on current partner. Okay. All right, give me a second. We're going to the Fate Shifters Tarot. Let me flip this down for Paige. The song that's coming through right now is What I Did for Love, and it's from, I think, Chorus Line. The lyrics, kiss today, goodbye, and point me towards tomorrow. We did what we had to do. Won't forget what I did for love. Those are the lyrics coming through. Very interesting lyrics for this kind of a reading. Mini love reading for Paige. We're getting the X spread, so give me just a minute. Sorry, Paige, you're needing a little bit more explanation than what a mini would offer. I've got to find a place to put this. Hell's bells. 1 second. Okay. There's more going on than you realize as far as the love thing. You think that you might be in a new era or a new time, but you're not quite there yet. What I'm getting is there's a pattern repeating for you that you need to learn to let go of. Now, I don't know what that's about. You're going to know more than I, but let's see what's going on. I want to start here, and then we're going to work our way up. This is subconscious. This is conscious. This is more in the past and in the now. This is more in the future, and this is what's crossing through. Oh, hang on. I threw one around the corner here. Let's see what's going on. 1 sec. Oh, boy. Okay. Ha. Okay. All right, what I'm getting from this is that you're selling yourself short. as I look at this whole spread as it's coming through, and you can kind of see some of it down here. Let me see if I can move this down a little bit. Okay. You're selling yourself short. It feels like you're dating down and you don't need to, and I don't know why you're doing it. It's not like everything has to be solved all at once. It doesn't have to be solved all now. You're letting go of some old baggage about what it is you need to be doing, but the point me towards tomorrow in that song is the important part. Something needs to be left behind. You're comparing one thing as if it's as good as another. It's not. Your higher self is trying to get your attention. You're not paying attention. The Hanged Man is here for a reason, because you don't want to let go of some of your old beliefs about relationships, what they are, what they do, and how you receive validation. This might feel a little bit preachy, pushy, obnoxious, so forgive me if that's how it's coming across. It's not meant to be. But your value is not because somebody is in your world or is not in your world. Your value is not external of you. Your value is inherently there because you are you, okay? You feel a little beat up because of the way the love situation has played out in the past. You've tried to set boundaries or tried to do things a little bit different, but you're young. You're still learning. You could be 400 years old and still young in some of the learning of love. You're resilient. You will get through it, but you need to define your boundaries a little more clearly as to what's going on. You need to be celebrated, not tolerated. And what's going on is this stress of turning yourself into a pretzel in order that you might be celebrated or that it might be acceptable or accepted. 1 second, I'm getting the puzzle piece thing here. So you don't have to be a contortionist and tie yourself in knots in order to be celebrated. And when you're in relationships where you aren't allowing the truth of yourself to come through, you eventually end up tying yourselves in knots or in a space of resentment. Be aware. Snip that thing in the bud. Nip that thing in the bud. Get done with that as soon as it presents. As soon as you find yourself feeling false to yourself, make the correction, okay? All right, now we're going to go through this way. We see the Three of Pentacles, the cooperative spirit, the wanting the benefactor, the wanting of security. The soul contracts and lover's choice, and the slow rider comes in. It's going to take some time. As far as love relationship goes right now, the cards are leading me to believe that you're in a relationship that's a lesson for you and it doesn't feel like a long-term. It's a lesson. If you get the lesson, if you understand the lesson that you're being taught here, it might lead to a deeper understanding of the relationship and a longer lasting in this relationship. But it feels very much like this is a lesson for you. And it might be the final lesson, or it might be just another go around of this same lesson that you've had before. You've got the cooperative benefactor, and then you've got the Lover's card here, and then you've got this Knight of Pentacles. It's a slow lesson for you. All right, now let's flip it down so you can see what else is going on. The work. The Tower comes through. Then we have the greedy greedster, and then the adventurer. To get to this point is difficult for you. The one that wants to have the adventure and look again. It's like you build up something that is built on a shit foundation, for lack of better terms. You work. You can work and build it as high as you want. But if the foundation is wonky, it's going to fall over. And it feels like you're holding back a portion of yourself that you need to not hold back. And don't deal with people that are stingy and greedy. If somebody can't pay you a compliment, if somebody isn't there doing their share as far as investing the time or energy in the relationship, you have no business dealing with that person. You'll stand on your own and be excited to move forward. This is coming through more towards fall. You're going to give yourself about 2 months to look at things. You've got the 8 weeks here, the 2 here. You're looking at what's going on now and what you'd like to see expand. You're going to give a chance for this to expand, and then I think you're going to reclaim yourself. Choose yourself. This is a lesson. It's not the end of the world to get a lesson. We all get lessons. Nobody comes through this and knows everything as they're going along. The gift that's coming from this lesson is going to be good for you. You will understand, reclaim, renew, restore, recharge, all of that, but mostly reclaiming the self. Then the ability to charge ahead. Then the ability to go forward. Then something turns. The Wheel of Fortune shifts. Something turns for you. Look at this. Here he is. We got the Page of Wands here. You got the 8 of Wands here, the 3 of Wands here, the 2 of Wands. This is waiting for the ship to come in, waiting for something to change. The thing that needs to change is not just your perception and your perspective and your mindset, but the thing that needs to change is your value of you. This is huge. When you reclaim you, everything falls into line. Much, much easier. And it balances the scales again. This is a lesson that's just as huge for you. It's not a lesson just brought to you by somebody else. It's a lesson that you signed on for. You wanted this curriculum to advance. So it means you have to go through a certain level of pain again in order to allow the lesson to move forward. Now, this is interesting. We're going back down here. Okay, flipping down to here. Hopefully you can see this. Let me scooch these. Came like this, came like this. Okay. The moody, broody, pouty one. And when I threw these cards down, this is the one that flipped off and was going to land on here. Somebody that isn't accepting of the situation. Now, you can either accept the words that I'm saying or not. You know your situation better than I do. But if you're trying everything you can to make something work and somebody's just not seeing the gift you're offering, or they're being stingy with their heart, they need to bugger off. If you're offering everything you can, you don't let yourself be devalued or unappreciated or taken for granted when you know you're the Queen of Pentacles. You know the gifts you have, you know what you offer, you know what you're bringing forward. You look for the sincere contribution, the sincere value, the sincere teamwork, those who celebrate you, right? Over, where was that 3 of Cups? Those that literally celebrate you instead of tolerate you or act like, yeah, well, you know, it's good enough. There's no more of this juggle that's necessary. You will get stronger in this and you're going to walk away from something. You're getting into the Chariot on your own. Your own ambition is more important going forward. The relationship you're in feels like it's a relationship that's good enough for right now, but it's not good for you long term. That's what it feels like. Now, I'm just one tarot reader. I'm not 1,000% right. Anybody that says they're right every time is lying to you. Nobody's right every time. But this is a pretty strong feeling to have. Well, you hit the nail on the head. As always, I get what this reading is saying. Thank you. Good. Anything else you need to know? Romeo, player, lady, slayer. This guy might be talking a really great game, or this person could be talking a really good game and have high ideals in mind, but they're not good at executing. Sometimes this comes through as the player or the false knight. This is somebody that is the dreamer. A dreamer can't help being a dreamer, but sometimes a dreamer is not meant for us. Some people are meant to be with the dreamers. Others are not. So if they're promises, and never delivering on their promises, and that's not something you can handle, maybe it's time to learn the lesson and don't fall for the dreamer on this one. That's what I've got. That feels very, very complete. So hopefully that helps. I think that you understand it. And it's not that the ideals and hopes and dreams aren't good to have, but you need somebody that can execute, somebody that's a little more pragmatic and grounded. Your medium said the same thing. Yeah. Universe is trying to tell you something, and that's okay. Like, sometimes it sounds a little bit harsh, like, oh, this might not be the one for you, but how do we learn otherwise? How do we learn what we like or we dislike? How do we learn what our preference is or where we want something to be an asset that's a little stronger in relationship? If we don't engage in relationships, try out relationships, if we don't play the field a little bit. So, yeah, it's just a lesson. It's not the end of the world at all. Yeah, we need these lessons, even if they are unfair or even if they feel unfair. They are lessons for us. And we go through life thinking everything's going to be fair. Sometimes it's just not, because our perspective is limited. So it's just not going to feel fair. So learn the lesson, take extra good care of yourself, and move forward. That's what I've got for you, honey. Okay, let me get some water and we'll see what's next. Yeah, and that's a beautiful one. And that was the Fate Shifters Tarot. And then this is just, I think the copper version of the gold foil deck, gold foil tarot. And it's just, it's those plastics, really shimmery, shiny ones. So yeah, you're so welcome, Paige. You are welcome. Okay. Kim, do we have anyone on the list, or are we going to let my voice rest? Let me know. Whatever it needs to be is just fine. Okay, we'll put last call. And if anyone wants a last read, get on the paid list and that'll be great. I did like lemon and honey and, what is it? Like a, not quite a cayenne, but a little bit of red pepper and then turmeric and some clove. And, oh, but I think it's coming along. It's just things are just a little bit slow on the healing, and that's okay. It's clear as far as you know. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just take a minute, and if it doesn't get moving anymore, then we'll just kind of let it be. If you guys have questions about decks, I can show you some. But we might just call it rest day. So that might be what it needs to be. But I plan on being back on Wednesday at 11. So that's what my plan is as it stands now. So, okay. What else? Oh, I was into this one. This is, I think, the Enchanted Dreams. Not the Enchanted Dreamer, but Enchanted Dreams. And this has very, very magazine-y images. I almost got a second one of it and thought I had gotten a second one, but I hadn't. The salt, lemon, and spice is the biggest hitter on the other stuff. Yeah. So I'll keep trying and keep trying to rest. I know that I sometimes don't sleep as well when Phil's on the road as compared to when he's home. But it's like, you just do what you can do, right? But this is a really beautiful deck. I did take the edges off, and they had like the keywords and descriptions below. And I thought I had bought a second one of this a while back, and it turned out I had bought something different. I had got my titles confused. So one of these days I might get another one of these again. But it's really, really gorgeous. So I was looking at that this morning going, okay, all right. There's the Seven of Wands. I mean, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. It's kind of magazine-y, princessy, but really great. It's great for the throat, and then a spoon of honey. Yeah. I'll be doing some more of that, believe you me. And we'll see what we can do to get things going, but yeah. And I have my own theories as to why this is taking a while for it to clear. And so it's some of my own lessons also going on right now. Just because I'm reading tarot and reading cards doesn't mean I don't get lessons too. I get served up lessons on this is when you got to speak. This is when it's better to step back, all of that. So I get lessons too. Look at this Judgment. All right, I'll show you a few more, and then I'll let you guys go, I think, for the day. Look at this, though. Isn't this so beautiful? So I'm never going to not love tarot. Never, ever going to not love tarot. Just so I know the readings I got right now, you got right now through so much. Good. Excellent. Yay. Good. The Devil. And okay, this is the Hermit, and I'm a Virgo, so we can just end it on the Hermit, I guess. But this is a great one. Look at that. So that's what we've got. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to let you go for today, and I will see you on Wednesday. I'll try and throw some content up in the meantime. If you're doing the 22 days of tarot with me, today is the day that I did the Chariot, and that was to remember that you're unstoppable and to focus and move forward and drive towards your ambition in a balanced way. So that's what I've got for you guys. I hope you guys have a happy day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.